Hello and welcome to the morning taste challenge. Get a little of this glare off of me. Oh, it's fall now, fall of 2018. Autumn has arrived and it's only going to be 91 today. Maybe 92. It was 93 yesterday. Sorry, 94. Came close to, no, I'm sorry, it was 93. It was 1 degree off of breaking the 94 degree record of September 23rd. So you say, what is fall like in southeastern Louisiana? Well, it's a lot like summer. Hot and humid. And spring. Spring, summer, fall. Hot, humid. But we do get that winter, boy. Whoa, just in January. Got down to 31 degrees last year for about 2 hours. Might have been an hour. Could be exaggerating. But I know it did get to 31 degrees one night. And that was something else. But anyway, off of that, on to this. What do we have this morning? We have from 1933. Well, that's when the company was founded. Grosscurth Distillers Company. I don't know when Aristocrat came out, but what I was able to track, but I do believe it was 1933. This company, Grosscurth, husband and wife team, who gave a lot of money to Louisville University, and both died the same year, 1999, within days of each other, or at least weeks. But anyway, they came out with this brand line of liquors called Aristocrat, drunk by no aristocrats around the world. But it makes you feel special when you drink it because it says Aristocrat and it has a fancy label. This is 1 liter. This bottle is 1 liter. It was $6.99 for the bottle. $6.99 for a liter of clear light rum. Aristocrat light rum. There's a dark or gold, gold. There's a overproof 151. I saw that today with Bocador 151. I told the man at the store, I said, I don't want it. It's too strong. I wanted the gold 80 proof, but they didn't have it. There's Aristocrat gin, Aristocrat blended American whiskey, Aristocrat vodka, Aristocrat everything. It's just like there's so many products like that where there's a whole line of all of it. And I've got another one coming up. That's the competitor from 2004, introduced in 2004. Caliber rum. I didn't get a glass bottle because they don't have a glass bottle. They got a small plastic, well, the 750 plastic and the 1,750 plastic. This is the 1,750 plastic bottle. Beautiful plastic bottle. Caliber Caribbean silver rum, imported from somewhere, crafted in the Caribbean islands with passion and excellence. Passion and excellence, people. I.W.A. Distillers, Louisville, Kentucky. They're both bottled in Kentucky. There's your clipper ship, your rum barrel, your island scene in the beauty of black and white. You ever notice that a lot of these clear rums, oh, I'm sorry, you can't say clear, silver or white rums are sold with that blue and silver and black color scheme. You ever notice that blue, silver, and black? A lot of light beers is that blue and silver. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm catching on to certain patterns. Like all the fall beers be brown, tan, like leaves. Okay, now getting back to business. This one says imported, so it's from some foreign island. Like, could be Jamaica, it could be, I don't know where it's from. Could be the British Virgin Islands, Montserrat, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, but I doubt it's those. Those are dry islands. It's going to be one of these wet sugarcane islands, not the ABC Islands. Could be the Cayman Islands, the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Bahama Islands. It could be St. Eustatius. Well, that's a Dutch island today, owned by the Netherlands. Saint Martin, Saint Martin, Aruba. I know, not Aruba. What am I saying? Antigua and Barbuda, Saint Lucia. I know a lot of rums come from Barbados. But whatever the case, it's a foreign country. This one doesn't say imported. It just say product of the West Indies. So I'm thinking it's probably what? Puerto Rico or the United States Virgin Islands, the two American territories down there, you see. Puerto Rico, a Commonwealth, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, a territory. You say, well, isn't it the same thing? Well, it's a status thing. It's they have different, it's a level of self-government. The highest level would be an independent country. The second highest would be a state, U.S. state. Third highest is what it is, Commonwealth. Then below that is a territory. Okay. You said, what about Guantanamo Bay? That's an American possession in Cuba. Yeah, well, I don't think they use, I don't think they grow, making rum there. Okay. France has that too, different levels of territories, but you can't figure them out. It's like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, well, the labels won't matter on these. I'm going to explain that in a minute. It could be a territorial collectivity, a territory, or a department in France. You have overseas departments, but then they said they were getting rid of departments, and they're going to go to a territorial collectivity. And then they have the territory. And I was saying, what's the difference? I was trying to read the French government website, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Okay. One is going to smell peppery, and the other one's going to smell like candy sugar. There's no, they're alike in one way. They're clear. And I need to add more of this one. I don't have enough. But I know it's, believe me, one is going to taste like sugar, like a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. That's what it's going to taste like. You say, well, it is sugar cane. I know, like molasses, but I mean, it's like candy. Now, some people have a sweet tooth. I know people like this. They at work, I work with them or whatever. They'll be like, I got to lose weight. Okay, I can see that looking at them. And I'm not making fun of them. It's just so very unhealthy. You've got high blood pressure and diabetes and all kind of problems. So I'm thinking this will be, but they're eating sweet stuff all day long. That's all they do. And I'm like, I'm saying to myself, you're not going to lose weight. This one smells like Aristocrat, and I know it's Aristocrat. And you want to know why? Because it's peppery and it's stereotypical clear rum. Could it compete with Captain Morgan and Bacardi, your like premier white rums, clear rums, the standard ones that you see everywhere with commercials on television? You don't see commercials for Aristocrat, but you will see oftentimes commercials for Bacardi, usually the spiced, and the Captain Morgan, usually the spiced. Oh, Bacardi, no, it might be the clear or the gold. Come to think of it, I don't think I've seen a Bacardi commercial in quite some time. But they have like a peppery nose. It'd be like black pepper, but it doesn't use any. And then a little bit of wood, like toothpick wood, and some shade of charcoal, but it's just a shade. And they'll have different flavors, little different deviations in flavor because they're filtered through different secret combinations of charcoal, different types of wood, you know what I mean? Could be aged in different types of oak. But generally, they have a common type flavor. Would I have to pay for Captain Morgan over Aristocrat? No, I would not. Because Aristocrat can hold its own. It's not really as good as Captain Morgan or Bacardi, quite honestly. But it's so close that it's a good substitute. And for $6.99 a liter, and I've seen Castillo, that is a Bacardi brand, for $5.99 a liter. Incredible price. Castillo is just, it really is just as good as Bacardi. Some people claim it's the same as Bacardi. I don't know that. I would doubt that, but I mean, it's mind-boggling. But you're never going to see Bacardi for no $6.99 or even $5.99 a liter. That will not happen in this life or any other life. And I think Aristocrat is a good competitor. Heaven Hill brand. They bought Grosscurth Distillers company a long time ago. It's nothing to brag about, but it's surely nothing to rip apart and downgrade or to ridicule. And if I was looking to drink clear rum, white rum, silver rum, and I'm not looking to do that, but if I was, theoretically, I would buy this. Highly recommended. No off flavors, no off aromas, no nothing off. You want something weird, off, wrong, and unpleasant? Get Ron Rio. You say, no, I had some. It wasn't like the rancid one you had. Well, I don't know. I bought a bottle and it smells like rancid sugarcane. And it smells like Roundup from Monsanto. And I can only go by that sample. I'm not going to go run out and buy 4 more bottles so I can do a cross sampling of different bottles. I got burnt once and that was enough. Ron Rio, that's coming up again to my dismay. Now let's look at this candy cane. Ha, ha, ha. It smells like strawberry shortcake. You say, what? That has whipped cream on it, moron. I know that's what it literally smells like. Strawberries, whipped cream. It's so craziness. But I recommend getting Caliber. Well, $9.99 for this humongous bottle. For that price, even if it was bad, it's worth the risk. But it's not bad. In fact, it tastes good. It's like the Caliber Canadian blended whiskey. Same price, $9.96. Huge bottle. It'll take you a long time to drink it. You say, some of the viewers say, you don't know me. You don't know how much I drink. I could polish that bottle off in a week. Well, I understand that, but I think most people would take their time with it. But Caliber Canadian, just as good as the rest of the Canadian blended whiskeys. Just as good. It's not a touch worse. Now, you might hate blended Canadian whiskey. Well, I understand if you don't like the style, but it's just as good as all the rest. And better than some, in fact. So it could just be your go-to Canadian blended whiskey if you didn't mind the plastic bottle and the kind of ordinary label. It looks like some, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like something basic. Oh, man. But the smell is unlike anything I ever smelled before, except for strawberry shortcake. It has the strawberry acidity like you get in strawberry juice. It has sharp, extremely ultra sweet sugar, cane sugar, not corn sugar. No way, Jose. It's clearly cane sugar, and it is just, I can't hardly take cane sugar straight, My mother used to always want to buy Steen's pure cane syrup. It's syrup made from pure cane sugar. And she would say, put that on the pancakes. Well, that's all we had, so I would put it. But, it's like you could feel your whole body deteriorating as you eat the pancake. I was like, why would somebody want to eat something like this on a pancake? She was the parent. I was the child. Did I ever get used to it? No. I would eat it. Then, when I became old enough to buy my own stuff and moved out of the house when I was 19, I said, that will never be purchased. I bought good things, like Aunt Jemima. And what's the other one? Mrs. Butterworth's. You say, oh no, that's made with high fructose corn syrup and some other concoction stuff. I don't care what it's made with. It tastes better than that straight cane. It's just the cane sugar is so intense. It's like too much to take. It's made for baking, I think, not pancakes. Okay, but my mother insisted. She just had these certain tastes. Like she would always drink iced tea or hot tea straight with no sugar or honey. I couldn't take that. That's like the most bitterest thing in the world. I have to put at least milk in my coffee. All right. So there's not a whole lot of aroma here, but that's typical. Now this one here, like I say, oh no. Oh, I can feel my teeth rotting out just from the fumes. Let's go with the taste for what that's worth. Tastes like just regular old rum, you know, like, you know what I mean? Some people say, I never tasted rum. But you know you're not watching this video if you never tasted rum. You get a little charcoal, a little bit of wood. And just water, like water, literally. A little bit of those things. It's not too boozy. It's basic and it's fine and it's 80 proof and it should be a fabulous mixing rum. Aristocrat. It's a winner. 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 Now back to caliber. Oh, well. Get ready, teeth. Almost had a seizure, but I caught myself. Close. It was a close call. Oh. What would you do with this? What is one to do with such a concoction? It doesn't say with natural flavors added. Now the one at CVS pharmacy, I gotta buy it now. I gotta buy it now. It says Caribbean rum. That's the I almost call it Cutthroat. No, what's it called? Grand Legacy. Caribbean rum with natural flavors added. What would that taste like? But this thing here, I don't know. I was going to get some strawberry shortcake last spring, but then I decided I would just drink this because I'll get the same experience. You say, now you might be watching and say, what are you talking about? How can a rum from a bottle taste like whipped cream and strawberries and shortcake? How can that happen? I don't know how it can happen, but it's happening. It's happening, you know, like the girl running outside by the swimming pool saying, what's happening? What was happening? The house was not cleansed. That's what was happening. The lady was wrong. She made claims to be some great psychic, but she tells him this house is cleansed. Oh yeah, right. The house is cleansed, right? Like that's why the whole thing gets sucked into the universe, and the pool is full of and there's skeletons in the pool. Yeah, the house is cleansed, sure. There is no death. Yeah, well, there is no explanation for this rum neither. It's the most peculiar, weirdest rum in the world. Does it taste bad though? I mean, I'm ridiculing it to the hilt, you know, and comparing it to 1982 movies. No, it's not bad at all. It actually has a good flavor. There is wood and there's charcoal in it too. Picking that up. I can't figure it out. But I don't need to figure it out. I just bought it and I'm going to keep drinking it. Now, what would it make your mixed drinks taste like? Ooh. I just saw some flavored rum. No, flavored vodka vodka, strawberry flavored vodka. I said, whoa, try this with that. Would they taste the same? You could have this with I don't know, let adventure be your guide. Just have an adventure. Have a strawberry shortcake flavored rum adventure. That's all I can tell you. And for those people in this world that have a sweet tooth, here's your game. Here's your thing. You'll be in a sugar deluxe. A sugar deluxe. You'll be riding on the Sugarland Express. That's all you're going to say. Hey, sugar, take a walk on the wild side, because that's what it is. Whoa. I'm saying whoa because that was such a wood attack. I got to say the Aristocrat is very woody. Whoa. Woody Harrelson. I feel like I need to go watch Cheers or something, because that is so woody. You could tell it's been in the barrel. How long? I don't know, about a year probably or less. But don't take too big of a sip. You'll catch the shivers. You get the frisson, like they say in Louisiana. Oh, I gave me the frisson, like the willies. I guess that means like this thing here. Oh, no, don't do this to me. I'll make it. I can I'm like Animal Mother. I feel like Animal Mother in Full Metal Jacket. I can hack it. But I'm not so sure he could hack it. Okay. Michael Smith says, morning, Ron. You had me at the Cheers reference laughing out loud. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha, ha. Cheerio, folks, and all of that. All right, well, sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Okay, no, oh yeah. Which one's better? How can you say? I mean, which one's better? That would be your personal preference, because if you're into the wood, if you could or you should, then you want to go to Aristocrat. It's more traditional. It's more natural, normal, expected. It's more of an expected experience. You say, well, I don't like white rum, clear rum, silver rum, because it's woody, it's charcoal, it's like stringent, drying. It's in some ways harsh. That's why we mix it. Yes, it's that, all of that and more. But if you're into the sweet sugar experience, like I just said, think about wedding cake icing. That would be a good example. Wedding cake icing. Duncan Hines cream cheese frosting, another good example. Now you might say that would make me vomit from all the sugar. Yeah, so it's that type of thing. No way. Now you got these people, they think they're hard on the internet, you know. I'm hard, you know. I drink heavy and all of this, and these hijinks. I say, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, let's see him gulp a glass of this. Ha, 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 ha. Ain't no way that's staying down. As sweet as this is, as sugary as this is, what goes down must come up, and that's where it's going. There ain't no way your stomach's going to keep that. You're going to gulp it down, and your stomach's going to say, no, I don't believe so. And it's coming right back up, which would be a very unpleasant thing. And imagine how bad you'd feel. Oh, yeah, you'd feel really bad. And if you drank too much of it, you'd feel really bad. You know what kind of headache and experience you'd have from drinking too much of this sugary, sweet stuff? People are like, tell me. You don't have to tell me twice. I've had the schnapps experience. I've done the Jägermeister experience. I got a guy at work. He said his sister-in-law was drinking Jägermeister, drink, and they were having a get together. And I'm thinking to myself, I know this story's going to turn out bad. Jägermeister. So she was like, I'm going to the bathroom or something, take a shower, whatever, some incoherent statement. And they heard blam, like some big crash in the bathroom. Oh no, they went in there. She had grabbed onto the shower curtain and fallen into the bathtub. Got hurt kind of bad. Like, I mean, didn't have to go to the hospital or anything, but bruised up, cut. So, I mean, that's that kind of, imagine how she felt the next day. You can imagine that kind of experience. Do I want that experience? I don't even like to eat more than 3 cookies for dessert. So why would I ever do that? Answer, I wouldn't. Now, is it enjoyable to do the little taste challenge and try it and talk about the whipped cream and the strawberry shortcake and the acidity and all? Well, yeah, that doesn't take a whole lot of, it's not challenging. And I'm fine with that because I'm not a tough guy in the drinking world and never made any such claim. I'm not into reckless eating. I'm not into any of these guzzle challenges. Oh, well. Do I have a lot of caliber to do? Yeah, look at the bottle. This is where you may not be able to see that because it's so bright on video, but this, where my finger is, that's the water level. That's the liquid level. This is a 1,750 milliliter bottle. This is how much of it I've got left. Oh no, this is what, 2019? Think about it. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, 2030. Might be finished with it. That's how extreme this is. Oh, the sugar. Okay. I don't know if you want to go through that. I don't know if you want to do that. But it's there for the taking if you can buy liquor at Walmart like we can, off the shelf like a box of cereal. True story. It's not behind the counter. You don't have to ask somebody to grab it for you. It's there for the taking. This is Louisiana. That's how it works. Okay. Liquor is sold, and we talking about 151 proof rum, talking about diesel, which is 190 proof, nearly pure grain alcohol, diesel and Everclear. You can buy it off the shelf like you're buying a jar of pimento stuffed olives. This is the case that they gave me. I can prove it. You know it's true. Come on down to Louisiana and experience it. And after you leave Walmart, you can drive through a drive-through daiquiri shop. You can go to a drive-through daiquiri shop and get your daiquiri. No, you can't have an open container. They're going to stick the straw in there and they're going to leave the paper on the top of the straw. And it's not open because it's covered with paper. See how it works? All right, Michael Smith. Oh, wait, he already read that. Craft Beer Tastic. Jägermeister is rough. It's tolerable in small and occasional servings. I guess it helps to drink it chilled. It does. And it's definitely advised not to drink a whole lot like that lady did and then passed out and ripped the shower curtain down. True story. And there's more to the story, which I will not repeat on the air. John Lukeson says, good morning, Sir Ron. Enjoying my rum also. I'd be curious to see what you're consuming at this particular time. Do I have any rums yet that I haven't tried? I surely do. I have Ron Pontalba rum, gold, and I have Ron Pontalba clear, light, whatever it is, Ron Pontalba silver. You say Ron Pontalba? Well, Pontalba is related to Louisiana and New Orleans, it's specifically Jackson Square, the Place d'Armes, Plaza de Armas, really Plaza de Armas. Bucaré, and the Spanish royal family, the Pontalba, Marquis de Pontalba of the Bourbon Spanish dynasty. This lady was a Spanish aristocrat in Louisiana. And there's the Pontalba Apartments, the most expensive real estate in Louisiana, I might add. And if you can rent those, you can rent just about anything. And after Spain lost Louisiana and the U.S. eventually acquired it as a territory and later a state, the woman, the lady I'm talking about, I can't remember her first name, Pontalba of the Spanish aristocracy, continued to live in Louisiana. She stayed in Louisiana, was sort of like a grande dame of Louisiana, and died, I think, in the 1880s. Are there other Pontalbas who still live here? Probably. We have a lot of Spanish heritage in Louisiana. You think it's all French. It is generally, but we have a lot of Spanish heritage. Pontalba, Galvez. There's a town called Galvez. There's a town called Gonzales. I know a man whose last name is Gonzales. Nunez is a popular name, Nunez. Campo, and many others. But they're Creoles, Criollo. They're not mestizos. The Spanish in Louisiana, the original Spanish, they're Criollos, not mestizos. Okay. I think a pumpkin spiced rum would be kind of nice for the fall season. Well, it'll be interesting. I had a friend call me today on the phone, very perturbed. David, with the big beard, who does the beer reviews with me. First, he started sending me text messages. Did you review the Great Raft Oktoberfest beer? I said, well, yeah. He was watching it. He said, what style is that? I say, it's a Martzen. So then the phone starts ringing. Boy, he was hot. He said, how did you give that thing a B? I said, well, it was good. Maybe I was generous with my review. He says, no. He said at the highest score, it should have been a C+. At the top. I said, what do you mean? You never had it. He said, look how cloudy it was. Look how hazy it was. No Martzen should be hazy like that. He said, if I'd have seen that Martzen hazy like that so the kids can run after it and it's sweet and they can chase after it, he said, I'd have automatically put it at a C no matter what it tastes like. I said, well, that's pretty fanatical. But then I'm sort of like that. But he was right. I said, you're right. It shouldn't be hazy. It should be clear as a bell. You know, it's Martzen. It's not any New England style Oktoberfest Martzen beer, right? But he was wound up, boy. I said, well, I'm glad you called me because I like people that get wound up over beer, rum, and beer, liquor, and wine. You know what I'm saying? I like that. He was wow. He was ready to fight. He was ready to battle. He was ready to review. And then he said, I got a beer to try. He was excited. And I said, so do I. Well, I had some ideas. I got some ideas. I said, yeah. So we're gonna do some more of those. All right. Well, that's it for the rum. Enough of me jibber jabbering about this and that and all of these things. Oh yeah, that's what I'm in. Having a pumpkin spice rum with a 6-pack of Bud Ice Chilled Morning Rush. Better watch it. Okay. Have I been chilling with some Anheuser-Busch products? I certainly have. I'll show you all this real fast. You want to see it? Anybody want to see it? Anyone want to see it? Anyone? I've been drinking the whole 12-pack, been enjoying it to the hilt. Is it a perfect beer? No, certainly not. Is it a fabulously enjoyable beer? Absolutely. Absolutely. To the hilt. Yes. Okay. Yeah, big dog, says Brian C. I'm telling you, look, if you can drink this beer and talk about how garbage it is, I don't know where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I had to buy it because of the new label, and I got to get the 12-pack of the cans, of course. Bud Light Platinum, been on the market 7 years. I bought a 12-pack at Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. And I've been drinking this beer. I got like 5 bottles left, and I've been thinking about it. Every time I drink it, I'm thinking, and I'm like, yeah, okay. 6%. It's a malt liquor. I mean, they're not going to call it malt liquor. Malt liquor, always malt liquor. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? You hear me? But I'm thinking while I'm drinking, I'm thinking, how can somebody with a good conscience drink this beer and get on the internet and make a video talking about, oh, it's so bad. I would rather drink horse urine than drink Bud Light Platinum. And I'm thinking, really? Because yeah, I know it's made with cane sugar. Oh, blah, 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 blah. But I'm thinking to myself, it's pretty well executed. It's got a unusually crisp finish for 6%. And the body's relatively light. It's only 139 calories, and you're getting 100. You're dealing with 139 calories, which is very low, and you're dealing with a super crisp finish, and it's 6% alcohol. I'm like, how can somebody get on the internet and talk about how garbage it is when probably it's a really great beer? Enough of that. I mean, a really good beer. It's not kind of good. It's really good. You say, oh, you're just a slave of Anheuser-Busch. Does that look like an Anheuser-Busch cap to you? That looks like Anheuser-Busch? I'm telling you what I'm experiencing when I'm drinking. You know how many beers Anheuser-Busch has sent me in my life? Exactly 0. Nothing. Nada. Nothing. You know who sent me beer? Free? These people. That's who sent me beer. Not them. So if I was going to go off and start bragging, it seemed to me I should be bragging on Lone Star. Do I like Lone Star? Surely, yes, very much. So they sent me Lone Star and Lone Star Light. But Bud Light Platinum is, much better. He says BLP is solid. They sell it in the craft section at my beer store. Yeah, like you might go to a football game, they'll sell it as imports. I've been to beer events where I said, why is that an import price? And the girl says, what's the import? I was like, nah, it's made in Milwaukee. It's not an import. Imported means it comes from a separate country. And then they look at you like, I don't argue with them and make a scene. I just don't buy it. But because they're not going to understand. But Brian C says, laugh out loud. You tell them. Yep, here in New Mexico also, says John Lucasen. So, yeah, 40 ounce. Love it. Now, I've never seen Bud Light Platinum in a 40 ounce. Do they exist? Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. Probably have Michelob 40 ounce bottles. Because anytime you say there's a certain beer that's not sold in a certain vessel, you'll get tricked. You'll say, oh, Lord, what is this? I've been through that too many times since 1996 where I will claim, oh, they never sell that in 40 ounce bottles. And then I'll turn into a store and I'll say, so love your cap, Ron. Cool beans, says John. Yeah, I ordered this from the Schlitz website, actually. No, they didn't send it for free. I had to buy it. Had to buy the Schlitz collared sports shirt. Beautiful embroidered thing. Had to buy it. What do you think of the Snake Dog IPA? Well, I've never heard of that. I never had Flying Dog beers because they're not sold in Louisiana. Oh, let me show you. I did buy John Bar Scotch. I bought it. $15.99. I said, I think that's a good price. John Bar. I don't know anything about it. But it's kind of like quasi-famous. All right. Anyway, all right, I'm going to stop the video, I promise. I'm going to stop the video, I promise. Brian C. says thumbs up and dog, something. All right, so what's coming up? I'm going to do a review. I got another review. I did Samuel Smith's chocolate stout. Chocolatey. Not perfect, though. Not world class. Far from it. But still, most excellent. But here we got Double Trouble. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I bought this at Mathern's. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go to Minnesota to Taco Bell and get some tacos. Get some tacos in Minnesota. Don't you know? 9.4% alcohol. Oh, 86 IBUs. That's too much trouble. That's high alcohol and high bitterness units. That's double my trouble from an Imperial India Pale Ale that was brewed to turn your world upside down. You know that. But here's the thing that gets me very depressed, though. Makes me kind of sad. You know, I shed a tear because I'm missing you. But I'm still all right to smile. But I'm going to tell you right now. Bottled on June 21st, and this just showed up about, what, 2 weeks ago? Talk about a Greg rant and rave. I'm about to go off like Greg. You're going to bottle this on June 21st, and you're going to let it show up in Louisiana in September? Oh, well, I'm sure the hops have faded. Oh, well, I'm sure it's going to taste like a barley wine. Oh, yeah, I'm sure I paid a lot of money for it. I don't blame founders. I blame the distributor. I'm sick of these distributors with their, all right. All this cursing. Okay, what's coming up Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern time? Well, if you insist on asking, Underground Mountain, Big Top Candy Mountain, Brown Ale. Oh no, 11.9% alcohol. Now this was bottled in August last month. Now here's a brown ale. Now you know it's not gonna suffer from hop fade. It's a malty beer. You know it's all about the malt. But this shows up in days after it's bottled. But this thing shows up months after it's bottled. And it's a hop oriented product. So I don't understand. I don't, you know, where do I go? Who do I turn to? Greg would have a meltdown. Oh, Greg would flip out. You know this. If you sent Greg a beer, an IPA, guys, that was 9.4% alcohol and 86 IBUs, a double IPA, and it was bottled in June, and this is September. Guys, Greg would flip out. You know Greg would go off. That would be a 18-minute video, and 14 minutes of the video would be him flipping out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all right. But I'd watch it. But anyway, so that's it. The rum. If you want sugar, there's your caliber. Take a walk on the wild side, because Holly came from Miami, FLA. She hitchhiked across the USA. Hitchhiked her way across the USA. Plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, and she said, hey. And then you got Aristocrat, which is standard, so that's probably more to your liking. So Huckleberry Huck says, what's up? Just chilling, drinking the bud. All right, thanks for watching this video production. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, and I'm out of here.